So what is the story brand framework?
It is based on the 7 plot points that happen in almost every story. And I really mean that. I mean, 99% of stories follow a narrative arc that is exactly the same.
Right.
So whether we're talking about Bridget Jones' Diary or Rain Man or Hunger Games or Star Wars or Romeo and Juliet, it's the same story, basically. You just interchange some of the characters and some of the conflict. But what most people don't know is there is an order in which a story will unfold. And if you disobey the rules of that order, you will lose the audience.
Right.
And so if you know what those story formulas are, there are 7 of them, you walk into a movie, and within 15 minutes, you can pretty much tell what this is. This is Monster in the House, or this is Quest, or this is whatever, these 7 basic story formulas. What that said to me early on when I was thinking about this process was, this is a language that human beings speak. And most companies don't know how to speak this language. Mm-hmm. And here's a summary of it. Every story is a character, a hero, that is facing a villain that is causing them external, internal, and philosophical problems. They are in search of a guide, another character, who can help them overcome their conflict and experience a happy ending instead of a tragic ending. Okay. That's basically story. So that's a lot. But in what it has to do with business, though, is the message has to be out to the customer. Let me give you an example. Let's say I'm giving a talk. Let's say we're at some TED Talk, symposium, and there's a bunch of talkers going up. The first guy gets up and he says, "Hey, my name is Don, and I come from Nashville, Tennessee, and I've lived there for about 5 years with my wife. We have 2 dogs." Second guy gets up, doesn't say his name, doesn't say where he's from, doesn't let you know that he has dogs. He literally says this: "We've got a big problem. 50% of the people in this room will probably die of cancer." Who's more interesting? Right. I don't know that guy's name. I don't know where he lives. I don't know if he have dogs, but I am plugged in at this point. Wow. And then he goes on to say, your water here is whatever. When a story starts, when a character has a problem, it opens a story loop. It makes me want to pursue some sort of answer to this question so that I can close that story loop in my brain. The fact that you're from Nashville, Tennessee, and have been married 5 years and have 2 dogs does not open a story loop in my brain. I don't care. So seconds are ticking by, and I'm waiting for you to open a story loop, and you're not doing it. So my brain is designed, I believe, by God, that when you don't get to the point or you're confusing, my brain is saying, you know what? I'm burning calories listening to this guy, and he's not going anywhere. He's not doing anything to help me survive. There's nothing in this talk for me. Barbarians may come over the hill here in an hour, and I need to save some calories in case I have to fight them. So I'm just going to tune out on this guy and rest my brain a second so that I can conserve calories in case there's a threat in the future. When you are confusing, your customer's brain literally is programmed to shut down and ignore you as a survival mechanism.
Conserve energy.
That's exactly it. So you have to invite them into a story very quickly. And by doing that, you have to identify an ambition that they want and a problem that is keeping them from getting what they want. And you got to talk about it right away.